What are the most screamable song lyrics you can think of? Why do they always... Why do they always send the poor? Why do the presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? He asked us, be you angels, and said, nay, we are but men. Rock. I'm not saying, whoa, whoa. I don't know what that song is. I actually probably should find out so I'd see what he asked us, be you angels. Oh, it's Tenacious D. Oops. I don't know this song. I love finding this comment. OMG. What if I say you're not like the others? What if I say I'm not just another one of your plays? You're the pretender. I can't yell. It's 12:08 a.m. when I'm recording this. I can't yell. I'm sorry I can't shout. But I cry when angels deserve to die. I know this song. Wake up! I don't know this song. Shut up when I'm talking to you. I'm about to break everything you say to me. Take one. I know. Wait, do I know this song? Oh, it's Linkin Park. Oops. Sorry, gang. I'm about to break. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Ask EmKay. My name is Mason. Let's get right into it. What is neither terrible nor great, perfectly average? Showing up late to a barbecue, and while there's still plenty of food left, it's not exactly warm anymore, but it's not so cold that you don't want it. Accidentally putting a little less toothpaste on the brush than you normally do. Oddly specific and perfect. Public benches. Nailed it. They're never great. They're almost always pretty okay. You've probably done quite a few of what your name suggests on those, huh? Probably. A good bit of the human population. We are the silent majority. I'm a little dumb, though. It's okay, buddy. A lot of us are. I'm also very dumb. Canned Coke slightly colder than room temperature. This is what I'm talking about. What can be done with this type of information? Can we change the world? Yes, but not in a terrible or great way. We can only make perfectly average changes to society. What's a life-saving tip everyone should know? You should have a fire extinguisher in your home. You won't need it until you really do. 25 years ago, my dad saved our house from burning down, and maybe our lives, because we had a fire extinguisher. And when I moved out on my own, he insisted that I get one, which I've hauled around for years thinking I'd probably never need it. Last weekend, an electric fire started in my building, and I was the only one with an extinguisher. The fire department got there quickly, so I probably didn't save any lives, but I was able to keep it under control until they arrived. Buy one. Know exactly where it is, and cut the safety tag off of it now so you don't have to find something to cut it with in an emergency. You never know. Buy a carbon monoxide detector. Yep, a friend previously rented rehearsal space in a building. One day, he and several of his bandmates are all nauseous. They decided to get some fresh air, and my friend starts to have a seizure. They realize the urgency of the situation and make haste out of the building and call the police. It was a carbon monoxide leak. The property manager had no carbon monoxide detectors up. Tragically, there were 2 dead people in the rehearsal space next door to my friends. The CO took them while they were napping. Learn how to stay calm, breathe, and assess situations. This will help in so many future surprise situations. Be aware of your surroundings, exit, bathrooms, and where medical fire kits are, where landline phones are if they're around. I work graveyards at a homeless shelter, and learning how to stay calm in crazy and unexpected situations is like my most important job skill. I thought, Jesus, that's a dark job, before I realized you meant graveyard shifts. Pressure on the wound is more important than covering it. Ice can also stem the blood flow. Also, not removing any bandage for a while, as it can destroy any clot that was forming. If the person has something impaling in them, do not remove the object. Underrated comment right here. There's a really good video on YouTube about a boy in an ambulance with a fence in his quadriceps, big muscle on the front thigh. They cut the fence and left it in until he was at the hospital for surgery. It may not seem like it, but putting your feet up on the dash can be catastrophic when an unexpected wreck happens. I saw Death Proof a few years after I started driving. Immediately after, I implemented a no feet on the dash rule. I'm not trying to see my friend's legs yeeted into the abyss during an accident. After seeing a video of a girl who had her knees on the dash after an airbag deployed, legs gotta stay on the floorboards if you're riding shoddy with me now. Serious. Have you ever purposely tried to get revenge on someone only to realize it hurt them way worse than you intended? If so, what did you do? Every sibling on here has at least one story where you didn't mean to push them, hit them, throw that thing that hard. Absolutely. Broke a window once because I missed throwing the TV remote at my brother. My brother tried to boot my bedroom door open when we were fighting as kids. Instead, his foot went through the door and my mom refused to replace it with a real door, so we ended up with a stupid plastic sliding door that we couldn't break. My friend was on the bus waiting to leave school. A younger kid was being mouthy and pissing people off, so my friend said something along the lines of, God, your parents must hate you. Turns out the kid was an orphan. Bet the kid annoyed them to death though. Holy My brother is 7 years older than me, female. He was always way too rough and wild with me. One time when I was 6 and he was 13, we were playing cops and robbers. I was the cop and thought, now I'm the boss. So I took that opportunity to put him in jail, which was in the basement, by Sparta kicking him square in the back at the top of the stairs. He had to jump to catch himself so he didn't break his neck. His foot hurt for several days, but my mom told him to walk it off. Yeah, he broke his foot. I still feel bad about it. My mom used to be the leader of all her siblings, like 6 siblings, and even though 2 of them were older than her, they just listened to my mom the most. One day they were all playing pretty roughly, and my mom pushed her little brother down the stairs in his chin split open and bled like crazy. He was fine and they love each other a lot and always joke about it now. Siblings that have a good relationship look past that type of stuff. I actually did something like that. My brother and I were play wrestling one time and I did a takedown on him and he fell back and hit the back of his head. Split it right open. He had to go to the emergency room. It was crazy. This kid named Ben kept winning it. He was smart as f with math. I was jealous because my parents really wanted me to be good at math and I had a very difficult time with it. He also got to be patrol captain, and even though I applied, I didn't get to be one. I was a short kid, like third shortest in the class. It was elementary school, so people cared about that. So we had this exercise where we practiced compliments. I said to Ben, "I like you because you make me feel tall." He cried. It was his birthday. Sorry, Ben, I hope you don't remember that. So I assume Ben was shorter than you? My sister was being a to me as a kid. So when I next gave her a glass of milk, I put some kernels of corn in it, thinking it would gross her out. It didn't. It choked her. Cut to me giving my kid sister the Heimlich and apologizing for years after. One line I believe no one should ever cross in a prank is messing with food, because it'll either be a choking hazard or a poisoning medical hazard. FYI for everyone, putting laxative in food is not a casual prank like putting laxatives in food is not a casual prank like sitcoms tend to show. It's easy to misdose on those things in cooking or baking. And you can get charged pretty seriously because people have had terrible medical reactions to it. What takes 5 minutes but feels like forever? Watching a video while someone else is holding the phone insisting it's hilarious. I am guilty of doing that. My sense of humor is and no one ever laughs at it. I'm so much more willing to watch a video when someone just coldly sends it in a PM nonchalance. Why are we like this? I once had a coworker show me a video of her father's funeral. It was 10 minutes of terror and cringe for me. For me, waiting on hold with county for HIV test results in the early 90s and we didn't know about it. Results were negative, by the way. After it dies, plugging it back in and waiting for your phone to come back to life. I get too impatient sometimes and turn it on too soon, only to have it turn off again and make it take even longer. Watching a movie with your parents and suddenly there's a sex scene. Watching a movie with your young adult child and suddenly there's a sex scene. Watching a sex scene and suddenly there's your parents. Brushing my teeth before bed. My electric toothbrush has a 2-minute timer, and when I'm tired and want to go to sleep, it feels like a gosh darn eternity. I've been thinking about this a lot over the past few days. How can something I've done every day, at least twice a day, for the last 27 years, still feel like such a chore and not a passive habit? This is 2022. How the f are we still rubbing bristles on sticks over our mouth bones twice a day? Why has science not yet improved this process? Give me some Farscape-style Dentix and I'm all in. What can nobody on Earth look cool doing? Recovering after saliva sinks into your throat and makes you choke, cough, or worse, your drink accidentally starts down the wrong pipe and you cough for hours afterwards. And then someone asks, do you need a drink of water? No, that's what caused this. Getting a colonoscopy. Prep is worse. Trying to pick something up that's blowing away in the wind. Lol, false. One of my old college teammates once snatched paper blowing away from him so quickly and smooth we called him Harry Potter for the rest of the time he was there. He's a wide receiver in the NFL now. Unexpectedly walking into a spider's web. Had this happen a few nights ago. No one saw, but a spider over an inch large got caught in my hair. Not gonna lie, super proud of how calmly I reacted to the situation. If I found a spider in my hair, calm would be the exact opposite of how I would react. I would scream, I would yell, I would cry, I would whine, I would freak out. Any of them. Me and spiders are no thank you. I have a lot of hair. My hair is really long and really thick, and so if there's a spider in there, I'd be sad. Pushing a door with a pull sign. What if you push it so hard it opens anyway? It actually goes both ways. I was here yesterday. It goes both ways. Crack. Getting out of a beanbag chair. Some people can get up from laying down without using their legs or arms. I don't think I'm describing this right. I think it's mostly dancers that can do it. Anyway, they might be able to look cool doing it. What do you have more than 2,000 hours doing? Any Pokemon game? For me, personally? Overthinking? Are you sure about that? XL pepperoni nips. Thank you. YouTube says I've watched 34 hours in the last 7 days. Literally a full-time job. 39 hours here. I feel you. 44 hours here. Anyone topping that? 58 hours, 49 minutes. I've been addicted for around 14 years now. You must be running out of videos. Any EmKay watchers have that? 48 hours a day watching EmKay and AskReddit. Subscribe. Morrowind, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, each. Morrowind is my favorite Elder Scrolls game I've ever played. Granted, it's just been that. Oblivion and Skyrim, but Morrowind is so good. Flying 747s. Too many engines. PC-12 sips fuel. RuneScape. Pretty sure I've got 2,000 hours just cutting wood in that game. Me and my friends drew lots on who would max out each stat so we could create a self-sustaining relationship between all of us. I got wood cutting. Probably being on Reddit. I've been here 10 years, and I don't even want to think about how much time I probably wasted. I was gonna say the same thing. I just hit 10 years, and if we say we spent 1 hour a day on Reddit, that's 3,650 hours. Oh, don't say that. That's more than enough time to become fluent in multiple languages or distinguished in many professions. And that's gonna be it today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.